Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, man. Let's talk about the NFL. I want to get, I'm going to get back to boxing. I know y'all love hearing the boxing videos and the other stuff. And oh, yeah, shout out to all the haters. Shout out to all those manic depressives that got upset about my Eminem roasting videos. Man, thank you for all the views, man. I looked and seen my YouTube charts and how much money I made off the video. At the end of the day, you can call me all the names that you want. You know why I call you guys names back? Because it reels you back in. Because like I said, the real reason why people is mad is because finally people then came out of their shells and started saying what they wanted to say about Eminem for the long. Like I said, I'm not scared of none of you guys. Because at the end of the day, like I told you, you ain't going to do shit if you see me. So just stop it. You're a bunch of nerds. You're a bunch of trailer park trash. You're a bunch of degenerates. You're a bunch of incest, pro incest motherfuckers. So just stop it. Go back to messing with your first cousin like Jerry Lee Lewis, for real. But anyway, let me get to another subject. So Roger Goodell has basically said that the NFL has moved on from Colin Kaepernick. Basically, he was presented with an opportunity of a lifetime. Oh my God. Please just stop it. At the end of the day, the NFL had no intentions on giving Colin Kaepernick a job, no matter how much Stephen A. Smith, who was basically exposed by Max Kellerman for telling a bold-faced lie. He was exposed by Max Kellerman for telling a bold-faced lie that the contract was standard, and it wasn't. Instead of him taking ownership of it, he tried to create his own narrative. And, you don't want to play and all that stuff. But now, funny, he gets on Max Kellerman for saying, insinuating that the NFL was lying, which they was. They had no intentions on giving Colin Kaepernick a job. It was a publicity stunt, and anybody with common sense sees it. I've yet to find out 25 teams that supposedly showed up. Well, I can tell you right now, I called the Raiders facility in Alameda, California. They didn't have a representative there. First, they were saying no comment. I was like, well, yes or no, did you have a representative there? They and the 49ers, they didn't have a representative there. So it's a lot of lying about how many team representatives was there. First of all, you don't have no open workout on no Saturday, like in October or at the end of October, whenever that was held. I think it was held like the beginning of November, whatever the case may be. First of all, you don't have that because the season is still going on. You have it on the Saturday, and we all know teams are preparing for Sunday's game. So that was the first red flag right there. Then you call Colin Kaepernick on a Tuesday and said that he had a few hours to decide. So then he goes to Atlanta. You basically want him to sign a waiver that if he don't get a job, he can't sue the NFL. Okay, it was just so many signs. This was all about a publicity stunt and basically trying to do what they're doing now and say, hey, we've moved on from it. He don't want a job. He did want a job, but he didn't want to be fooled. It was just something to say, oh, see, we tried. Why didn't you want the media present? You usually had a media presence for everything else. I know when Vince Young was trying to get back in the league, a couple of other people, they had the media there filming. But the NFL didn't want nobody there. And basically they could try to release tapes of you basically overthrowing balls or making mistakes and all that type of shit. Then they want this man to use receivers that he's never worked with before. So basically, they cannot run the right routes and purposely drop balls. The NFL had this planned. And then the funny thing is, Jay-Z didn't distance himself from this situation. Because I think, even to a certain degree, you ain't heard Jay-Z say, well, he organized this workout and he played a big role in it. Because anybody with a blind eye could see this was a publicity stunt by the NFL, and it didn't work. When you had people that played in the NFL and was telling you how it works, saying, hey, you had Eric Reed, who played in the NFL, saying, hey, man, they don't do this stuff on Saturdays, not in the middle of the season, so just stop it. But you had people who just, you just had people who just was hell-bent on trying to put this all on Colin Kaepernick. They just was mad because Colin Kaepernick was smart and he knew what the NFL was trying to do. Let's just keep it 100, you guys. So at the end of the day, it backfired on the NFL, because the NFL look even worse. Roger Goodell looks even worse. These NFL owners look even worse. Look, this is my thing. I'm not going to tell you not to support the NFL or to support the NFL. If you choose to watch it, that's you. If you one of them dudes that's hell bent on having your football no matter what at all costs, because the NFL didn't prove that they a plantation league, and you can holler that stupid shit about, oh well, unlike real slaves, they didn't actually get paid. Well, they consider giving them free housing and all that stuff is payment, but at the end of the day, you still a slave when you can't speak your own mind, when you can't be yourself. That's the thing. That's what being a slave mean, when you're not allowed freedom. When you're not allowed freedom to speak on certain issues. And as far as you Caucasian having a problem with black people speaking out against white supremacy, just shows me you like white supremacy. You like things the way they are. At the end of the day, who you guys coming to see? The NFL is what, 60% black, 65% black. So who you coming to see? I mean, for real. You don't want black people to care about the well-being of other black people? Because like I said, maybe you that cop that's treating black people like Tamar Rice. Like I said, maybe you that person that's calling the police on black people for no reason. Maybe that's why you have such a problem with Colin Kaepernick. Maybe that's why you had such a problem with the kneeling. But the funny thing is, with the NFL, Colin Kaepernick never broke a law. Never broke a law. But you got people that then ran people over, beat up people, assaulted people, made derogatory comments about people of color or black people. I ain't saying no people of color. Don't tie yourself to me. That then said something about black people. Just had a comment made about a black person. And I'm going to speak on that too. Further speak on that. So you okay with that, right? You okay with that, but you call yourself having a moral stance against what moral stance you got against Colin Kaepernick? You don't want that man to address issues that's going on with black people in America? You don't care. Yeah, that's what it is. Because it don't affect your it don't affect your everyday life. So that's why you have a problem with it. Because most of you white guys ain't never experienced racism. How many black neighborhoods you go to and you get the police called on you? How many black people approach you when you enter in the building asking you, do you live here? Can they see your identification? And they're not security. How many jobs have you been denied because of your skin color? So you can stop that shit. But I get it. I understand why you don't care about Colin Kaepernick, because it doesn't affect your bottom line. Because like I said, you probably that cop that Colin Kaepernick is talking about, and you probably that white person that I'm talking about that call the police on black people for no reason, that harass black people. You probably that person that supported George Zimmerman when the Trayvon Martin thing happened. You probably that same people when Tamar Rice got gunned down by the cops. Oh, well, cops have a tough job. I get it. Fine. I mean, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, Roger Goodell is full of it. He's a liar. He's been proven to be a liar. As far as me and the NFL go, I probably won't ever set foot in the NFL stadium ever again. Okay. All we asked was for you guys to just give the man a job. If it would have been for the remainder of the season, we would have ended our boycott. But the NFL will not be on any of my TVs. Now, I will report random news surrounding the NFL, but as far as me giving it wall-to-wall coverage, I don't think so. This your boy, Town Biz. I'm out.